In this video, we are going to learn about the Python tuples. Tuples are also used to hold together multiple objects. You can think of tuples as similar to lists, but without the extensive functionality of modifying them. That means once the tuples are created, you cannot modify it. So what I'll do is I'll create a new tuple and show you how it looks like. So my garage is equal to Mercedes, Hyundai i10, Duke 390, Pulsar 200 NS and Honda Activa. So guys, I have created a Python tuple as my garage and I have added all the vehicles in my garage. Now, one of the visual difference from Python lists is the elements inside the list are enclosed within the square brackets, but elements of the tuples are enclosed within round brackets. And I have also said that once the tuples are created, we cannot modify it. So let's say I want to change the bike name of Duke 390 to Duke 790. So just like we have learned from the list, we can change the element of the list with the use of index number of that element. Correct, right? So the Duke 390 is present at index number 2. So just like the Python lists, what I'll do is I'll write as my garage 2 is equal to Duke 790. See, as we can observe, we have an error. It says tuple object does not support item assignment. So guys, this confirms that we cannot modify the elements of tuple. But guys, what about adding a new element with the use of append method? Let's try that too. What I'll do is my garage.append Duke 790. See, as we can observe, we have the error message again. It says tuple object has no attribute append. So guys, even the delete keyword does not work with tuples. Yes, even the del or the delete keyword does not work for tuples. Just because we cannot modify the tuple, that doesn't mean that we cannot access its elements. The concept of indexing and slicing which we had learned for the Python list will work for tuples as well. Let's say I want to return the name of the vehicle at index position 1 and then I'll write as my garage 1. So guys, we have the output as Hyundai i10. Like I said already, the concept of slicing works for the tuple as well. So this time I'll return all the values between the index position 1 and 3. So I'll write as my garage 1:3. So this has returned the values as per the range we have mentioned. Great. Okay, another key thing we learned in the lists was it could hold the objects belonging to different data types. So guys, even in the case of tuples, it can hold the items belonging to different data types. So to illustrate the same, what I'll do is I'll just add the purchase year of the vehicles next to it in the tuple like this. My garage is equal to Mercedes, 2019, Hyundai i10, 2013, Duke 390, 2019, Pulsar 200 NS, 2018 and Honda Activa, 2017. Finally, let's look at the type of conversion between lists and tuples. To convert a Python list to tuple, then we make use of tuple constructor and pass the Python list inside the parentheses. So to illustrate the same, I'll first create the Python list like this. Colors is equal to red, white, yellow, pink and orange. So guys, I have created a Python list as colors. And let's verify its type by printing it. So print type colors. So guys, as we can see in the output, this is of type Python list. Now let's convert to Python tuples. To do that, we write it like this. Colors tuple is equal to tuple colors. And as you can see, we simply pass in the Python lists inside the tuple constructor and I have assigned the resulting value of the variable colors tuple. Now, let's verify whether it has been converted to Python tuple. So print type colors tuple. So guys, this confirms that the colors tuple is of type tuple. Similarly, we can convert a Python tuple into Python list with the use of list constructor. The usage is just similar to tuple constructor which we have just learned. Just for the illustration, I'll make use of the newly created Python tuple and convert it to Python list. See, new colors is equal to list colors tuple. And then I'll print the type of new colors. For that, print type new colors. So this is of the type Python list. So guys, this completes the concept of tuples in Python programming language. Now let's understand about Python sets. The sets in Python are unordered collection of simple objects. We use sets when the existence of an object in a collection is more important than the order or how many times it occurs. So guys, let me first create a Python set. Say country is equal to India, USA, China, Japan. Now, if I print the set country, which we have just created, print country, and we can see that the order of the objects in the set has been changed. Yes, the order of the objects in the set has been changed. It is because, as I said already, sets are unordered collections of objects. And like you have already noticed that we create the sets in Python with the use of curly brackets. Correct, right? Yes, since the sets are unordered and unindexed, we cannot retrieve the elements from the sets once it is created. Suppose if I write as return the element at the first index like this, see, we have the error that says set object does not support indexing. But we can only check the existence of an object in a set with the use of in keyword. Let's say if I want to check whether the country India present in the set or not, in that case we write as India in country. See, this has returned the value as true. So we use the in keyword to check the existence of element in a set. So guys, even though we cannot modify the elements inside the sets, we can actually add a new object to the sets with the use of add method. Yes, we can actually do this. So to illustrate the same, I'll add a new country as Canada like this. Country.add Canada, and then I'll just print it. See, as we can verify in the output, the country Canada has been added to our set. So guys, with this, we have come to the end of this video on tuples and sets. In the next video, we are going to learn about dictionary in Python. So guys, see you then.